There is an age where your financial life starts asking harder questions. And for a lot of people, that age is 45. Not because something magical happens on your 45th birthday, but because by then, you have usually been earning real money for many years. You have had enough time for good decisions to start helping you, and enough time for bad decisions to quietly create pressure. That is why 45 can feel like a financial checkpoint. You are not at the beginning anymore, but you are also not out of time. There is still room to make serious progress, but the window for drifting gets smaller. The choices you make now can shape what your 50s, 60s, and retirement years actually feel like. And the problem is, many people reach this age without ever doing a real audit. They have been working, they have been paying bills, they have been raising families, handling responsibilities, and trying to keep up with life. But they have not stopped long enough to ask one simple question. Am I actually on track? And if the answer is no, that does not mean you failed. It means you need clarity. In this video, we are going to walk through 5 financial milestones to hit by 45, even if you started late. These are not here to shame you. They are here to show you what matters most, what to fix first, and how to build a stronger foundation for the next stage of your life. And before we get into it, most of you watching these videos are not subscribed yet. So if you want more videos that help you build real wealth quietly, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Milestone number 1. Consumer debt is gone or under serious attack. By 45, consumer debt cannot feel normal anymore. Credit card balances, car loans, personal loans, old student loans, buy now pay later plans, and random monthly payments may seem manageable one by one, but together, they quietly steal the cash flow you need for the second half of your financial life. A mortgage is different because it is tied to a long-term asset, but most consumer debt is tied to things that are already used, already consumed, or losing value, and that becomes more dangerous in your 40s. This is often the decade when life gets expensive from every direction. Kids may cost more, parents may need help, health costs can rise, home repairs get bigger, and retirement is no longer some distant idea. So if you are 45 and still carrying consumer debt, the goal is not shame. The goal is attack. List every debt, know the balance, interest rate, and payment. Then focus hard on the highest interest debt first, while keeping minimum payments on the rest. Because every debt payment you eliminate gives your future more oxygen. That money can start going toward investments, emergency savings, or retirement accounts. By 45, debt freedom is not just about having fewer bills, it is about getting your paycheck back. Milestone number 2, you know your real net worth target. By 45, it is not enough to say, I think I am doing okay. You need to know your number, not your income, not your house value by itself, not one retirement account, your real net worth, which means everything you own minus everything you owe. That number matters because income can be misleading. Someone can earn $150,000 a year and still have very little wealth if most of it gets spent. Another person can earn less, live quieter, invest consistently, and end up much stronger. A simple benchmark is to take your age, multiply it by your annual income, and divide by 10. So if you are 45 and earn $100,000 a year, the target is around $450,000 in net worth. If you earn $150,000, the target is around $675,000. This is not a perfect rule, but it gives you a starting point. And that is what most people need at 45. Not judgment, a clear scoreboard. Because once you know the gap, you can start closing it. You can invest more, reduce debt, stop lifestyle creep, and redirect raises into assets instead of upgrades. If you are behind, do not use the number as proof that it is over. Use it as a map, because the worst place to be at 45 is not behind. It is unclear. Milestone number 3, you understand your investment strategy. By 45, your investing cannot be a mystery anymore. You do not need to be an expert. You do not need to follow the market every day. But you should be able to explain what you own, why you own it, and what it is costing you. Many people started contributing to a workplace retirement account years ago, picked a few funds during enrollment, and never checked again. The money kept going in, the balance moved around, and they assumed everything was fine. But at 45, the details matter more. Old retirement accounts can get forgotten. Fees can quietly eat into returns. Your investment mix may no longer match your age, goals, or risk tolerance. And if you do not understand your own plan, it becomes easier to panic during downturns or chase risky ideas during good markets. The goal is clarity. Log into every account you own. Look at what you hold. Check the fees. Ask whether the strategy is simple enough that you can stay with it for the next 20 years. For most people, a low-cost, diversified plan they understand is better than a complicated plan they cannot explain. Because by 45, investing should not feel like guessing, it should feel like a system. Milestone number 4. You have a serious emergency fund. At 45, life is usually more complicated than it was at 25. You may have a home, a family, aging parents, older cars, bigger bills, and more people depending on your income. That means a small cash cushion may not be enough anymore. 3 to 6 months of expenses is a good starting point, but by 45, many people should aim for something stronger, especially if they have kids, a mortgage, unstable income, or a single-income household. 6 to 12 months of essential expenses can change how your whole financial life feels. Not because cash is exciting, because cash protects the plan. It stops one emergency from turning into credit card debt. It stops a job loss from forcing panic decisions. It stops a market downturn from becoming even worse because you had to sell investments at the wrong time. And if you are still watching, it probably means you are not trying to look perfect. You are trying to get serious about your future. So hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, because most people watching these videos are still not subscribed. Start with 1 month, then 3, then 6. Build it gradually until your financial life has enough space to breathe. Because at 45, the goal is not just to grow wealth, it is to protect yourself from being knocked backward. Milestone number 5. Your protection plan is in place. By 45, building wealth is not only about growth, it is also about protecting what you have already built. This is where the boring things start to matter. Your credit score, your insurance, your beneficiaries, your basic estate documents. None of these feel exciting when life is normal, but they become extremely important when something goes wrong. A strong credit score gives you better options. Good insurance protects your family from one bad event, wiping out years of progress. Health insurance, auto insurance, homeowners or renters insurance, and term life insurance, if people depend on your income, should not be ignored. And then there is estate planning. At a minimum, you want your beneficiaries updated, your will handled, and your medical and financial wishes written down clearly. This is not just for rich people. It is for anyone who does not want their family dealing with confusion during the worst possible moment. This milestone is not glamorous, but it is mature. Because by 45, the question is not only, how do I build more? The question is, what could destroy what I have already built? A protection plan may not make you feel rich today, but it can stop one bad event from making you start over tomorrow. 45 is not too late, but it is too important to ignore. By this age, your financial life needs more than good intentions. Consumer debt should be gone or under serious attack. Your real net worth should be known. Your investment strategy should make sense. Your emergency fund should protect the plan, and your basic protection should be in place before life forces you to need it. If you're behind on some of these, do not panic. Get clear, because being behind is fixable. Being unclear is what keeps people stuck. Once you know the gaps, you can start closing them one decision at a time. Pay down the debt, track the net worth, audit the investments, build the cash cushion, protect the people who depend on you. The goal is not to have everything perfect by 45. The goal is to stop drifting, because the second half of your financial life can still become much stronger than the first half, but only if you are honest about where you stand and serious about what comes next. If this helped, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos on building real wealth quietly. And let me know in the comments, which milestone do you need to work on first?